Okay, so in today's math lesson, we did a lot of things here. We did a little more decomposing of values. We did some more rounding, and then we threw in a new thing here. We talked about maximum possible value of decimals that you could have that would round to a certain number, which is kind of fun, but we'll get to that in a second here. Today, what I wanted to do was deal with a word problem because it has a bunch of things in it, and I thought it was a good idea. So we have a trip from New York City to Seattle, and it takes 2,852.1 miles. The family wants to make the drive in 10 days, driving the same number of miles each day. So basically what we have here is, if I could chart this out for you here, we have a total of 2,852.1 miles. Okay, so far so good. And they want to split it into 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they're all equal. Okay, the equal amount of driving each day. So there's some value in here. I don't know what it is just yet, but it's pretty safe to assume that I'm going to take my total here and split it into those 10 parts. You can see it visually, which means I'm dividing. So, and that looks like this. So I have my 2,000 by 852.1, and I'm going to divide that by 10 days. Okay? Now, if that's true, I'm going to set up a place value chart to actually help me answer this question here. Okay? So there we are. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's going to do it. Nope, I need 6. I think I'm going to need 6. So let me add one more area here. And there's my 2, my 8, my 5, my 2, my decimal, and my 1. Here we go. Okay, so here's the tenths. Okay, and everything's going to lose a place value because I'm divided by 10. And as we know, 10 is worth each place value. Every place value is worth 10. So my 1 drops down here, so the 1 loses value. The 2 is going to lose 1 place value. The 5 is going to lose 1 place value. The 8 and the 2 are all going to lose 1 place value. Okay, so a 2 in the thousands place is going to become a 2 in the 100ths place. So my answer is 285.21 miles. So each day, that's what they're planning on driving. But I'm not done yet because what they want to do here is have me round this answer. It says round your answer, round the answer. It says you answer, round your answer. Let's fix that there. To the nearest tenth of a mile. So nearest tenth of the mile, that's this guy right here, the tenth of the mile. So what I want to do is set up my vertical number line here. Now, total amount of tenths. I have 2 tenths in this place here. I have 50 tenths here, or $5, right? Each dollar is worth 10 tenths or 10 dimes if you want to think about money. So 5 of them is 5 sets of 10, which gives you 50. 8 in the tens place is really 800 dimes. If you have 800 dimes, you have 8 in the tens place because that's 8 as in $80. So if you had $80 in dimes, you would have 800 tenths or 800 dimes. And over here I have 2,000 tenths. So if I have 2 in the hundreds place, that would be $200. But as far as tenths are concerned, I would actually need 2,000 dimes to accumulate there. So I have a total of 2,800 from the 8, right? 50 from the 5, and 2 more from the tens place. Total tenths. Now I'm going to put that right here. I have my 2,852 tenths because I'm rounding to the tenth, so I want total amount of tenths, or it's going to be 2,853 tenths. And now, why is it 2,853? Because I have a little more. My value is actually just slightly above 2,852 tenths. So it's either between 2,852 tenths and 2,853 tenths. Now, inside here, if this whole thing is tenths, okay, trying to figure out which tenth it's closer to, I'm going to have to look at the next place value, the next smaller place value, which is the hundredths place. So in hundredths, so I'll put that right in there. Here's my little hundredths area. Right in the middle would be 500ths, right? This would be 0 hundredths. This would be 10 hundredths, okay? And now looking at my number here, I actually have 1. So 1 would be plotted right about here. Okay, there would be my 100th. As you can see, it's closer to the bottom value or bottom part of the number line than the top. So it rounds simply to this amount of tenths right here. Okay, so my answer is 2,852 tenths. And we'll put the little about symbol there. which equates to 285.2 miles, okay, in standard form. Because if I have 2,852 dimes, it would give me $285.20. Okay? Now, if I was to write an answer, the family will travel 285.2 miles per day. And there you have it. Okay? So there's that problem there. Lots of parts. Notice I showed just about as much as I possibly could, and that's really what I want to do here for these problems. Explain everything. Now, let me clear the board here. I just want to do what I was talking about with the maximum value of numbers here. So for rounding. Now, let's take a look here. The problem says here, I have a decimal number that has 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. If we round it to the nearest tenth, then the result is 18.6. So what I have here, I'm going to try to draw this out a little bit. I have 18 point something, 2 digits, right? 2 digits to the right of the decimal. And that's going to round to 18.6. So I'm going to write that out so I can take a good look at that. Now, the maximum value this could possibly be. Well, this chart over here is going to help me because I have an 18.6 over here and I have an 18.7 over there. Now, if this is all in, if I was to put this all in tenths, I would have 186 tenths. All right. And I would have 187 tenths. Okay, so now I need to look at the hundredths here. Well, what I like to do here is check out those hundredths. If I was to say that this is 186 tenths and one more hundredth here, or how did I do that there? What I want to do here, let me do that again, sorry. What I wanted to do here is say if I had 18.61, well, that would still round down here to my 18.6. Or if I had my 18.62, still round down. 18.63, 18.64, all rounding down. As soon as I get to 18.65, though, what happens, I'm right in the middle, I'm going to wind up going up. So my maximum value I could possibly have that'll round to 18.6 would be this guy right here, okay, 18.64. So that is the maximum value for a number with 2 digits to the right of the decimal. Okay, so that's the deal, folks. Okay, now remember, once I hit that 5, though, I have to go up. So that's for maximum. When working minimum, you would have to work the opposite here. If I was working the minimum, then I'd wind up dealing with this value right in here with that 5. But since we're doing maximum, 4 is good. Anything more than that, we're going to wind up rounding up. Okay, that's the deal. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.